G'day, it's Rusty from Rusty's Outback Adventures, and in today's video we're heading up the coast to a place called Milligan Island Camping Node. It's about 250 k's north of Perth, up on the coast, just north of a town called Greenhead. And as you can see in the background, we're packed ready to go. I'll just give you a quick rundown of what we're taking on this trip. We'll be away for 5 or 6 days. We've got the new roof rack on, we've got the Max Tracks, fishing rod holder with rods and hand spear in it. In the back we've got the 2 angles, we've got the solar panel, the fold up table, fishing gear, diving gear. Around the other side, what have we got in here? Yeah, clothes and the awning tent, toolbox and stuff. And we're taking the camper trailer. We've got our 2 spares on the front, storage box with our normal gear that sometimes goes up on the roof if we're taking the quad bike away, but as you can see we're taking the camper trailer this time. So yeah, we'll be away for 5 or 6 days, and yeah, we'll check in as we get up there and we'll show you around the place. Now, we've come up the top of the freeway, got onto Wanneroo Road, which became Indian Ocean Drive, and after a couple of hours on the road we're now turning left into Greenhead Road. And if we can see that, we go left. It's only about a couple of 100 metres in here on our right. We'll turn into the turn off into Milligan Island Camp Ground. No camping unless you're in the right area, so here we go. This will be taking us on the dirt and we should be there soon. Yeah, the road does a big loop up around this sand hill, so just be mindful the track's a bit rough coming in, so just have to go driving a bit slower and drive to the conditions. I'd say we're here. This looks like the turn off to, yeah, there we go. Milligan Island, Billy Goat Bay and Point Louise. I'll just show you this information board while we're here. So this is the general area of Greenhead. Here's the shows us Milligan Island, Milligan Island Camping Node. This is all little campsites, and this is some attractions we can. And here we are. We're in here somewhere. We are Milligan Island. We're in here. So yeah, lot to see and do. So we'll make our way down to the. There's a volunteer on site, and we'll make our way down and check with them and pay our money and be on our way. So this is our camp at Milligan Island Camping Node. We're in Node 3, which is the one closest to the little boat ramp. I'll take you down to the beach and have a look in a minute. Camper trailer there on my car. Reese is set up next to us, and yeah, there's a shelter over here which has got a gas barbecue on it. Now Bay 33 is where you come to either see the caretaker if she's here, or you pick up your envelope here with put your details on, and you drop your money in the little box. Okay, that's where you need to go. So we'll walk up around here and I'll show you up around the track up to the beach. As I said before, we're in the 3rd node, and this is the toilet block. There's 3 long drop toilets in there, and across here we have another shelter, which is tables and chairs, and another one of these gas barbecues, which we've yet to use, but we may christen one of these before we go. Alright, I'll just walk you around here and take you up the track that goes onto the beach. Just one extra thing we noticed, we thought this was a phone booth, but in actual fact it's a the defibrillator is here in the inside the cubicle here, Not sure how you're actually supposed to get in there. Oh no, you need to dial 000 for the access code to open it. So yeah, that's a automatic external defibrillator in an old phone box. So I've only walked about 20 metres from that defibrillator in the old phone box, and as you can see here, we're now on the beach, and there's beach access. The tracks are pretty firm to walk on and pretty firm to drive on, and that's Milligan Island out there straight in front of us. And I'll get a bit of a vantage point. I'll give a bit of a sweep and show you what it looks like. We've come out for a drive this morning and we're out at a place called Stockyard Gully, and there's a cave system that's used years and years ago by the early cattle drovers coming from Jurien back to Perth. So I'll just give you a quick look at the map here. You can see we're right here, and there's a walk track comes down to, there's the opening in the cave here, and underground you can walk through to the other side. So we're actually going to do it back to front. Supposed to have had a torch with us, which we didn't bring, so we're going to see what it looks like. So we'll just go for a walk down here and have a look at the cave. Obviously they had a bit of rain through here in 1999, because there's the level of the flood water. This is pretty impressive stuff. We're just approaching the opening to the cave now, and you can feel the cool. The temperature's dropped remarkably in the last 10-15 metres of walking up here. Oh, wow. Okay, here's the cave. Have a look at that. Well, this is one magnificent looking cave. I know it's just gone really dark, I don't have any lights, but I'll just spin around. There's your mate Reese coming through the cave. That's what it looks like on the outside. Yeah, pretty impressive structure. Well, that was just a brief look at the Stockyard Gully caves. We probably be a little bit unprepared in terms of lighting, and yeah, definitely worth coming out and having a look, but just be mindful the last 5 k's in here is 4-wheel drive only, and it was a little bit soft in a couple of spots. So yeah, definitely put this on your list if you're up this way. Come and have a look. Well, I've come up here to Point Louise. There's a lookout up here, and I'll just take you over here. There's a sign here that says cliffs may be unstable, and that's fair enough too. They're limestone cliff. I'll just show you what it looks like when I get a bit closer. Beautiful spot. You can see all the way up and down the coast. Green heads off there in the distance, and yeah, we're not really far north of Green Head really, but just have a look at this. Try not to fall in as I get really up to the edge. So yeah, you can see there, that's beautiful looking water. It's not too bad at the moment. It was a nor'westerly blowing this morning. It was quite windy, but it seems to have calmed down a little bit. And I'll just show you across here. You can see all the way back to Milligan Island's way up there in the distance along the shoreline. Yeah, really nice spot. There's a bit of a cave in here at some stage. This wall here is broken off. But yeah, this is Point Louise, and it's a really nice spot to come and have a look. There's the nav in the background. Sun's glaring off the canopy. Alright, we're going to go fishing in that distant bay over there. We're going to go have and throw a line in and see how we go. We're down on this sandy beach, a couple of k's south of where we're camped. As you can probably hear the waves in the background. It's a pretty popular fishing beach. It's mid-afternoon, no fish biting, but it's a nice place to be. No idea what it's going to see, but just wind it in slowly. Well, the weather got a bit windy this morning, so instead of going for a snorkel like we'd planned, we decided we'd come back out to Stockyard Gully Caves again. A bit more prepared, we've got some lighting, and we're going to go for a walk through the cave and we'll show you what it looks like. So we're back in the cave, and as we head into the cave, it'll get dark pretty quick, and I'll turn the light on and let's hope we got enough light to see where we're going. Well, that light's flat out. Yeah, let's Probably a bit dark. I don't know whether you people can see all this, but let me get a bit closer up to the wall. Have a look at it. Oh yeah, bit of overhang there. Bit dark. I don't know whether you can see too much there. See Reese's light in front of us. Oh, yeah, a bit of a hole in the ceiling there. Now this cave, just to give you some idea, this cave's probably 30-40 feet wide. It's got to be nearly 20 feet to the roof there, and it's quite cool down here too. I was told that not much lives down here because it's too cool. Yeah, it can be little pockets of all sorts. Now it's meant to be about 300 metres long, I think they told us on the brochure, to walk from one end to the other. We're not far in, and we've just come across these low-hanging sort of part of the ceiling that's come all the way down, and someone's marked it with a bit of red reflective tape, so we can, you wouldn't want to run into that. Same here, it's a little bit, ceiling's hanging down a fair bit. That might be one of those ones that there's a little offshoot goes up there. They did say in the brochure that there was a couple of little offshoots that don't go anywhere. So I guess if we stick with the main cave walk, we'll get the other end. Yeah, this is narrowed down a fair bit now. The ceiling's probably only 10 feet above us, and the width of this cave is really only probably down to 20 feet. And whoa, there's the other end of it. So we've probably only been walking 5 minutes, I guess. It wasn't quite as long as I'd first. There we are, we've come to the other end. Here we go. Bit of bird life here. We've got dial this down a bit. I'm going to blind the poor thing. There's a swallow's nest just up there.
There's quite a few of them actually.
Yeah. Right. Turn that light off now. And oh, yeah, we've reached the other side of the cave. So yeah, if you are thinking of coming through here, come and have a look. Definitely worth the trip out here. We're about 30 k's out of Milligan Island Camp Ground. You go back onto the Indian Ocean Drive, duck down to the Karoo Greenhead Road, 15 k's out of there, and then you turn off where the sign says Stockyard Gully Caves, and you drive up there. It is 4-wheel drive, but there's a bit of an overview there of what it looks like. Yeah, very impressive. Up on the wall there's a big bee's nest. They call them feral bees, and they're a bit nasty apparently if you stir them up. I won't be doing that, but yeah, there's hives all through the walls here. There's one here that's a bit old and broken, a bit like me really. Yeah, that's looking back down into the mouth where we came from, and through this gully we'll walk back up to the other side. Well, the weather picked up a little bit while we were in Milligan Island, so we made the decision to come home a day early. So we've got home last night. We've unpacked the car and the camper trailer, and just want to shout out to Reese. Thanks very much, mate, for another good trip away. It's always good when we go away, whether we go prospecting or this time we went fishing and camping. Wasn't a lot of fishing, unfortunately. We did want to dive on that Point Louise on the corner, but yeah, the weather was a bit against us, so maybe another time. If you like the video, a thumbs up would be appreciated. So if you'd like to subscribe, the subscribe button's here. If you'd like to give the bell icon a ring, you'll get notified of upcoming videos. We've got a few more coming up shortly. We've got another trip away planned next month. If you'd like to support the channel, we appreciate if you'd like to buy me a coffee. The link is in the description below. Will help, is much appreciated. If you haven't seen the video of the trip we did to Augusta, I'll put a link I think it's up here. Put a link to that trip and you have a look at the trip we did down south. Yeah, thanks again for watching and we'll see you in the next one.